Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's DJ Show One King Legend coming at you here. Hey, I'm not sure if you hear that noise in the background. I'm sure a lot of you experienced that hissing. Some people call it frying. Some people call it too much air in the system. Alright, whatever you call it, I'm going to show you a little trick how to get rid of it. Have you ever been playing music at a party or somewhere, and when you cut the music off, all you hear is that frying, that hissing? You know, I'm not talking about the amplifiers. I'm talking about from your tweeters, mainly. Sometimes your horns. You know, they do that little frying, hissing. Alright, I'm going to show you a quick tip how to get rid of that. So when you cut your music off, it is silent. Alright, so your system is like it's not even on. Alright, so first thing, I did a video before, showed you how to set your gain control. First thing, you want to make sure that's okay. You know, your red lights are not going crazy. You're not steady like that. You don't want that, right? So we back off a little bit. Alright. Set it to where it's hitting the red just a little bit. Alright. Okay. So usually when you have a lot of frying, you know, like some guys, they will adjust their amplifier and they will turn it down and try to quiet that noise or whatever the case may be, but that's not it. Usually it's coming from an output unit, a unit that's sending signal to the amplifiers or to your processor. So first thing you want to do is adjust your volume on that output device. Alright, because you don't need it full blast. Alright, I'm going to show you how to check that. Alright, so this is my compressor limiter gate. It's running through the system and everything. Yes, I do have a compressor also inside of the drive rack 260, but I prefer to use external. I'll show you why in a second. Alright, so next thing you want to do is play your music. Make sure your gain is okay. Alright. Once you get it hitting red just a little bit, you're good. Alright. Your master is okay. You know, 11 o'clock is fine. If you're running an additional mixer, you want to check your master, make sure it's at unity gain. You know, usually that 0 is where it's pretty much halfway. Alright. So when all that is said, and you're still getting frying, as you can still hear it. Alright, I'm going to show you the next trick. When your controller is set and your master is set, it is not your line that is causing. This doesn't do anything, okay? This doesn't cause that. Your master doesn't cause the hissing also. This doesn't cause the frying, so it's not that. So even though you can turn down the volume and do whatever, it is not that is causing it. Alright, like I said, it's usually like a main output device unit, whatever you have running in the signal chain, okay? So your first thing to check is always your additional mixer, alright? Whatever you're running everything through, okay? This is usually the culprit. Yes, you can bring down your master to quiet it a little bit, but it is not that. As you can hear, it is a little silent, but that is not it. You can leave that right where it's at, halfway or so. Alright, here's what's doing that, okay? I'm going to show you what's doing that. If you have any unit that is given additional output, what you want to do is balance everything out. Alright, because you don't need everything like that. Even though you can leave your EQ all the way up, but you don't have to, okay? Alright, I'm going to leave it all the way up. I'm just showing you how to set to make sure that you're not overdriving your system. It's like having a car and having your foot on the gas and then putting it in drive, okay? You don't need to do that. Alright, just set everything at 11 o'clock basically. I'm going to leave the EQ up because some EQs, you know, they play a whole lot better when they're fully open. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. Let me show you what is causing that hissing. It is 9 times out of 10 the gain on your mixer. Okay, set your gain and it goes away. Did you hear that? Set your gain correctly and it goes away immediately. Alright, did you hear that? Went away. Alright, no more hissing, no more frying. And your system is still loud as possible. You can still control while you're master. Alright? So that's the importance of setting proper gain structure on your console and your mixer, okay? Because a lot of people will think that it's this that's causing it, or your master, or your amplifiers. You can leave your amplifiers alone. Alright? Just set it and forget it. Alright? And another thing, it's always like another unit, like your EQ or compressor if you have it running, you know, through the system or whatever the case may be. Alright, so 9 times out of 10, like I said, it's usually your mixer that's causing that extra hissing. Alright, so just set your gain properly and you won't have that problem. Alright, this is like having your foot on the gas and then you slam it and drive. Okay, you don't need to do that. Alright, just let your system, you know, play naturally. You don't need to have all that extra air going on, all that hissing. It doesn't sound good. Alright, when you turn your music off and your system is frying like you're making eggs or something like that. Alright, alright, so set your gain and your hissing will go away. Alright, here's another quick tip. Alright, get yourself a compressor limited gate. I will show you why I use an external one. Okay, I'm gonna put that hissing back. Let me put my gain back up and get all that frying back in there, all that good frying. Alright, okay, here's the neat trick. Who doesn't know about a compressor limited gate? I'm going to use the gate portion of it. A lot of people don't know about the gate. What is the gate? The gate is going to close the door on that hissing, okay? When there is no music playing, the gate will open and eliminate all sounds, okay? So I'm going to turn my gate up a little bit. Turn my gate up a little bit, and you will see those red lights come into play, and it will kill that noise, okay? I'm going to turn it up a little bit. There it goes, starting to signal it. Bam. Do the other side. Bam. Just enough to where those lights come on. Alright? Noise is gone. Alright? So this one here is the speed in which it does it, okay? I'm going to show you. You put it halfway. This will probably be like a second delay before it does it. Alright, so let me turn this back down. You hear the hissing. Okay, I'm going to show you this is what this does. This is the speed on how fast it will close that gate once the music stops. Okay, let me turn this up. Did you see how slow that did that? See that? Okay, let me turn it back down and I'll show you again. This is the speed. So the lower it is, the faster it will close that gate. Alright, this is like shutting the car door real quick or real slow. Alright, so let me open it back up. Okay, so let's close the door again and you'll see how fast. I have this real fast. This way is real slow. That's the slowest as possible. I mean, that thing will be like, okay, you'll see. See how slow that closes? Okay, so this is your speed. I like mine's fast. As soon as I shut the music, it will catch that. Alright, sometimes if you have it like the gate open too wide, what it will do, it will close in between the words of whoever's singing or whatever the case may be. So you really don't want it too high and you really don't want it too low. Alright, so I usually set mine right there below the 45 so that way it comes on and it quiets everything down. Alright, but you can adjust it accordingly because it depends on how loud you're playing your system also, because if you have it too high like I said, what it will do, it will shut out the words of the song or whatever the case may be if you turn this too high. Alright, so this is the sensitivity. Alright, so there you go. You got rid of your humming, hissing, whatever the case may be. Alright, that's it. Shut the gate. Simple as that. Alright, so you can set it around 45 is good, and set your speed probably about 4 notches or so, and you're good to go. Alright, so we won't get into the compressor part of this unit, but that's the gate. Alright, that's the expander gate right there. Alright, so you play your music, and the gate opens up automatically. Alright, so with the music loud, you won't hear the hissing and stuff. You know, I know a lot of guys do that, but I like to get rid of my hissing from the beginning, so that way I don't have any problems. So like I said, set your gain correctly and you'll be alright. Okay, get rid of that frying, that hissing, and no one will look at you like, why is your system like on turbo or something like that? You know what I mean? Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. DJ Show and King Legend. See that? Open, close, open, close. Alright, and try to set them evenly left and right so that way they close at the same time. See, this one's a little hesitant. Alright, match them up. Alright, try to match them up, and you're good to go. There we go. Nice and even. So I drop my volume, you hear nothing. Besides the fans on these amplifiers, but can't do anything about that. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, stay in good health and share the knowledge. Alright, DJ Show 1 King Legend signing out.